Hey guys, welcome back. This is Sparrow. Hope you all find your home. Yeah, in this video, we are going to see user enumeration technique, hacker one or a WASP A2 2007 technique. This is the technique where organization disclose the users of their users by using a forgot login page or a login page. In simple words, user enumeration is when a malicious actor can use brute force techniques to either guess or confirm valid users in the system. User enumeration is often a web application vulnerability, though it can also be found in any system that require user authentication. Two of the most common areas where user enumeration occurs are in the site's login page and its forgot page. The malicious actor is looking for difference in the server's response based on the validity of submitted credentials. The login form is a common location for this type of behavior. When the user enters an invalid user name and password, the server returns a response saying that user does not exist. A malicious actor would know that the problem is not with the password but that his username does not exist in the system. Yeah, this is username enumeration. On the other hand, if the user enters a valid username with an invalid password and the server returns a different response that indicates that the password is incorrect, the malicious actor can then interfere that the username is valid. Thus, we can say that the user is in the organization. At this point, the malicious actor knows how the server will respond to the known good and known bad input. So, the malicious actor can then perform a brute force attack with common username or may use census data of common last names and append each letter on the alphabet to generate valid usernames list. Once a list of validated usernames is created, the malicious actor can then perform another round of brute force testing, but this time against the password until access is finally gained. An effective enumeration would be to have the server respond with a generic message that does not indicate which field is incorrect. When the response does not indicate whether the username or password is incorrect, the malicious actor cannot interfere whether username are valid or invalid. The application's forgot password page can also be vulnerable to this attack. This is the major vulnerability. We are going to see the example for a forgot password vulnerability. As I not tries to disclose the organization for this vulnerability, I'm going to blur the organization name and details and all. Okay. How would you remediate this? One way could be have two application pad the response with the random amount of time throwing off the noticeable difference. This might require some additional coding into an application or may not be possible on the property application. Alternatively, you could require two-factor authentication. While the application may still be vulnerable to user enumeration, the malicious actor would have more trouble reaching their end goal of getting valid sets of credentials. Even if a malicious actor can generate user list and correctly guess credentials, the SMS token may become an unbeatable obstacle that force the malicious actor to seek easier targets. Another way, block uses enumeration with a web application firewall. To perform user enumeration, the malicious actor needs to submit lots of different usernames. A legitimate user should probably never not need to send hundreds of thousands of usernames. A good web application wall will detect and block signal IP address, making many of these requests. Some web application firewalls will drop these requests entirely. Other will issue a negative response. Regardless of whether the request is valid. We recommend testing any part of the web application where user accounts are checked by a server for validity and look for some different types of response from the server. A different response can be obvious as an error message or the amount of time a server takes to respond, or a more subtle difference like an extra line of code in response of already I said two-factor authentication. Okay. We are going to see a couple of reports as I have here. This is the hacker known report. No rate limiting for sensitive action. Here the reported to Keybase, where he got a bounty for $250 violation of security design principle, where he claims that he got an he got an endpoint in forgot password. He tested it with a username, valid username. He got a response as 200, but if he enters an invalid username, he got response that the user is not exist or something not found. Okay, so what is impact here? So what is the impact? From here, the user says that has he has he used thousands and thousands of email addresses against the organization using web intruder, he never gets blocked or no rate limiting is occurred. Okay, so he can perform n number of usernames against the website and get all the users from the websites who are exist in their organization, and make use that emails. And if I want to start, here is this bug is vulnerable to Keybase. If I wanted to start against Keybase organization, I want to start an organization. Then I hire a hacker and I tell them to get all the users of Keybase, and they will use the enumeration technique to get all the users. And then I will send email that my organization is more better than anything else. You can join my organization, or something more confidential emails and discount something else. Then the user will leave that company and come to join my company. If he has any registration in that company, he will join my company. So this will be very loss to Keybase company. These types of enumeration should be prevented. But also we are considering bug crowd considering this as P5 P4 vulnerability. This is not common for all the websites. Most of the websites are not reviving these types of vulnerabilities. Most of the websites are secured for these bugs. Only a sort of few websites only vulnerable to no rate limiting enumeration. Here is another bug. Another report: email enumeration at sign up page. Is the reporter got $100 bounty. So that is email address. If we got the email address of the legitimate user, we can use that email for malicious purpose. So it should be prevented. For example, I have a website. Here you can see when I test it with for example, every website has a test at gmail.com or test at yahoo.com or anything else. If I send to reset password, yes, you will receive an email instruction about how to reset password. If I send a non-user email, see what I get. Yeah, email is not found, please try again signing up. It shows that the user is not in their website. If I enter a correct username, it will respond me back that email has sent. That's it. You can also go and check for this vulnerability for various websites. Thank you. In upcoming video, we are going to launch more and more videos. Stay tuned and do subscribe. If you like, please thumbs up. If you don't like, Please comment on the section. Thank you.